Welcome guys, welcome back to the C Sharp beginners tutorial. And last tutorial we left off at this chunk of code. We basically created a login system that will never allow you to come in until you put in the right password. And we're just experimenting with the while statements, which are very powerful. I hope you guys really practiced around and try to play around with it. Last episode, guys, I asked you guys to try like a little game of it. If you guys were able to do one, I am very proud of it. If you guys can, just DM on my Discord in the description and just show me like a screenshot and just show me your codes and how you guys made that little game. I find it really interesting, and yeah, I really hope you guys are learning so far. And yeah, let's get into a concept. Last tutorial, I don't know if you guys caught it, but I said password typed equals console.readline. You guys probably were very confused, but we'll just get into this. This is basic. This is what we're gonna be going into today. We're gonna go through into inputs and outputs. I am going to explain what this is. This is an input, all right? Basically, we tell the computer, um, we prompt the person the password is incorrect. Please type again. Whatever they type into the console, we store that console that was written, and then we store into this variable. And when we store into this variable, we just re-looped it back, and we were checking if the password was typed or the password was incorrect. And when we go back to that variable, it's gonna check if the variable is correct or not. In this case, it was correct because last time I put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and it went in just smoothly. Today we're gonna be playing around with those, alright? So let's just go back over here. Alright. Um we're trying to make a little I wouldn't say game, but just a little something, alright? Actually, no, we're gonna leave the game for another tutorial, alright? We're gonna be making a very bare bones basic calculator, alright? So we are gonna have the areas we're gonna be needing, right? Just like any, how do I say this? The variables we're gonna be needing, right? The first thought that comes into my head when I think about a calculator is numbers. So I'm gonna store numbers into an integer. I'm gonna say integer, right? First number. We're gonna make it so the calculator only has two numbers, and we can do any operation with those two numbers. So first number, we're gonna create first number. We're not gonna store any information into it because we're trying to make the user type down the first number and the second number and the operation, and the computer will do the rest. So integer first number, integer second number. Alright. And we're gonna need an operation. I think we're gonna make the operation a string. So a string operation. Right. In this situation, I really do think we're not gonna be needing a while loop statement, but instead we're gonna be needing an if statement. Because we are trying to see the first number, we're trying to see the operation, right? Because the first number and the second number, we can get those inputs really easily. But the operation, we're trying to convert the operation typed into an actual uh, operation we're going to be using later on. So we are going to, first of all, console.writeLine. We're going to ask the user, right? We're going to ask the user, um, choose a first number. And we're gonna say the first number is gonna be equals to the console that was written. So in this case, it's console.readline. The console is gonna read the line that you typed down, and it's gonna store it into that variable. I forgot to tell you guys. Remember when I told you guys in like the first variable tutorial, you aren't able to store information, you're not able to store certain data type informations into other variables because we're trying to store an integer. I mean, like an actual, how do I say this? We're trying to store a integer inside of a function that only uses strings. So the best way to fix this is to convert. We have this handy thing to convert to in 32. All right, and then we're gonna put in parentheses. We're gonna be converting whatever's in parentheses. It should go smoothly. So now that we have our first number that's written down, we are going to do the same thing. We're just gonna be copy pasting it 3 times because we're gonna be just taking inputs and inputs and inputs. We're gonna be taking information from the user and we're gonna be returning back information. So choose a second number over here and we're gonna choose an operation, and we're gonna put this into second number. We're gonna put this into operation. And since operation is already string, we don't have to convert it. So we're just gonna go remove this thing. And voila. And there. So we have all of our inputs. We have the first number, the second number, and we have the operation. The one thing that we don't know is the operation, right? We're gonna tell them over here, we're gonna indicate to the person either pluses, plus, minus, asterisk, or division. So we're gonna do if. I feel like this is actually a great teach you guys switch statements. All right. So switch, they're essentially just if statements, but more clean and easier to use. They're gonna be switch. We're gonna switch the operation, the variable operation, and it's between these variables. We're gonna be putting a variable inside. So in this case, we're trying to switch the variable operation and just check a bunch of conditions. Then we're gonna do console.writeLine, right? First number plus second number, and it's gonna give us the answer. We're gonna say break. And let's say that the case is minus. All we're gonna do is we're gonna do the same thing. So I'm just gonna copy paste this one just to make it just a lot faster. Efficiency, guys. Remember efficiency. We're just gonna do this 4 times. We have four possibilities. We're gonna do minus. We're gonna do times. We're gonna do division. And we're just gonna go accordingly. Add them there. We're gonna do this times. We're gonna do this division. And yeah, let's see how this goes if we run it. Actually, never mind. I'm gonna put in console.reline so it doesn't shut down the user quickly. And boom. So first of all, it's gonna ask us choose a number. So say we're gonna choose 5. We're gonna choose another 5. We're gonna add them. It's gonna give us 10. We just made our own calculator, guys. We're gonna say choose the first number. We're gonna choose 3, 3, and we're gonna multiply them. It's gonna give you 9. Let's say we have 4, and then 7 minus -3. Very simple two number calculator. I hope you guys understand, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun. Basic input and output. And yeah, I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.